Welcome to The Art of Narrative. Today we explore Haymitch Abernathy, a complex character in Suzanne Collins' The Hunger Games series. A drunken, unreliable mentor, Haymitch's troubled past, marked by victory and loss, shaped him into a cynical and jaded individual. Yet, beneath his exterior lies a strategic mind and a desire to protect those he cares about. In this video, we will delve into Haymitch's motivations, his relationship with Katniss and Peeta, and the valuable lessons he imparts, ultimately highlighting his role as a symbol of hope and resilience in the face of adversity. Let's begin by asking, who is Haymitch Abernathy? Haymitch, a complex mentor. We meet Haymitch Abernathy during the Reaping Day in District 12, where children are chosen for the annual Deadly Games. Haymitch is a past mentor, burdened by his experience, enters the stage as the mentor for this year's tributes. Katniss volunteers to save her younger sister Prim and is chosen alongside Peeta Millard. Haymitch staggers on stage, visibly drunk, a stark contrast to the composed host Effie Trinket. Despite this, Haymitch throws Katniss a compliment, acknowledging her bravery, which he refers to as spunk. This praise is overshadowed by his apathy, as he has lost all of his previous tributes and expects the same grim fate for Katniss. Still, her defiance sparks a flicker of interest in him. He ends his speech by falling headfirst off the stage and knocking himself unconscious. A glimpse of Haymitch's depths. Haymitch's public intoxication serves a dual purpose. It provides a moment of comedic relief in a tense situation, but more importantly, it introduces a complex character. Haymitch's alcoholism is a coping mechanism for the trauma of the games and the constant reminder of death. Yet this scene hints at hidden depths that will be revealed throughout the story. An unforeseen bond. Haymitch's compliment unknowingly sets the stage for an unusual relationship with Katniss. While he may initially seem like an antagonist, their bond goes beyond that. He becomes a father figure at times, offering guidance shaped by his past. Katniss in turn becomes his closest confidant, a source of both support and frustration. Together with Peeta, they form an unlikely family unit, each relying on the others in unexpected ways. Understanding Haymitch's past. Haymitch's cynicism and addiction are rooted in his traumatic past. As a victor, the games left scars that go far deeper than physical wounds. To understand Haymitch's present behavior, we need to talk about his dark past as the sole District 12 victor. How did Haymitch win the Hunger Games? Haymitch had the misfortune of competing during the second quarter quell, where the Capitol announced that there would be twice as many tributes reaped from each district. During his interview with Caesar Flickerman, Haymitch was asked about the extra tributes. He responded that it didn't matter, as they would still be just as stupid. The cornucopia bloodbath. At the start of the 50th Hunger Games, many tributes were stunned by the beautiful arena and didn't move off their pedestals. Haymitch took advantage of this, quickly grabbing a knife and a backpack from the cornucopia. 18 tributes died during the initial bloodbath. In the forest, Haymitch encountered deadly mutations, but was able to avoid them after realizing that the beauty of the environment hid its dark secret. Almost every element of the arena was poisonous. A volcanic eruption on the fourth day killed 12 more tributes. Alliance with Macely Donner. During the games, Haymitch killed 2 careers, but was disarmed by a third. Another District 12 tribute, Macely Donner, saved him with a poisoned dart and proposed an alliance. They became an effective team, resting, collecting rainwater, and fighting off other tributes together. Near the end, they reached the edge of the arena but found only a cliff. Macely broke the alliance, not wanting to kill Haymitch, and was later killed by mutations. Haymitch held her hand as she died, mirroring the way Katniss would comfort Rue in her final moments, more than 2 decades later. At the cliff, Haymitch discovered a force field after he threw a rock off the edge and it bounced back to him. Haymitch took note of this effect in case he could use it to his advantage. Final battle and victory. After Macely's death, Haymitch fought a District 1 female tribute. Both sustained severe injuries, and Haymitch, holding his intestines in, staggered to the cliff. The District 1 tribute threw her axe at Haymitch, but it missed him, flying off the edge. Haymitch fell to the ground, knowing that the axe would rebound off the force field. When the axe returned, it flew over Haymitch's prone body and landed in the female tribute's head. Haymitch became the victor, the first from District 12 in 4 decades. Why was Haymitch punished for winning the games? When Katniss watched a replay of Haymitch's victory in the days leading up to her second stint in the Hunger Games, she realized that he had committed a sin almost as bad as her stunt with the berries, at least in the eyes of the Capitol. The game bankers had never intended tributes to know about the force field at the boundary of the arena, much less use it as a weapon. In doing just that, Haymitch had cheated the Capitol and made them look weak. Just like Katniss with the berries, for a brief moment, Haymitch had taken control of his own fate and use the arena against the game makers. This was a crime he would pay dearly for when he returned home. Who was Haymitch in love with? Haymitch had a girlfriend when he was reaped for the 50th Hunger Games. At 16, he lived with his mother and his younger brother. 2 weeks after returning as victor, President Snow ordered the murders of his girlfriend, mother, and brother as punishment for Haymitch's stunt with the force field, which the Capitol saw as an act of defiance. Following their deaths, Haymitch chose a life of isolation. Katniss describes his lifestyle as unmarried, no family, blotting out the world with drink. He could have had his choice of any woman in the district, and he chose solitude. Not solitude, that sounds too peaceful. More like solitary confinement. Now let's explore another significant relationship in Haymitch's life, his interaction with Effie Trinket. Haymitch and Effie. Haymitch and Effie's relationship in the Hunger Games starts off rocky. Their encounter at the reaping is disastrous. Haymitch, clearly intoxicated, throws up and stumbles into Effie, ruining her carefully styled pink wig. Their journey on the train is no better, marked by another unpleasant incident involving Haymitch once again throwing up. Despite these initial clashes, they find common ground in their dedication to protecting Katniss and Peeta. Their personalities often conflict. Haymitch's laid-back, often drunken demeanor grates on Effie's strict adherence to schedules and appearance. Haymitch finds Effie's rigidity frustrating, while she is constantly embarrassed by his drinking. However, their years of working side by side forge an undeniable bond. Unlike the romantic relationship hinted at in the films, the novels keep their dynamic purely platonic, though through their shared experiences and commitment to their tributes, Haymitch and Effie develop mutual respect and even a grudging friendship. Exploring why Haymitch turned to alcohol. Haymitch may have survived the games, but victory offered little solace. He turned to alcohol as a way of coping with his immense trauma and loss. The Capitol's brutal murder of his loved ones as punishment for his defiance in the games, along with the horrors he witnessed in the arena, paled in comparison to the soul-crushing weight of training new tributes year after year, only to watch them die in a televised spectacle of violence. Each tribute lost was a fresh wound, a constant reminder of his own powerlessness and the barbarity of the games. Alcohol became a way for him to numb the pain, escape his haunting memories, and temporarily forget his tragic reality. District 12's moonshine became a constant companion in his life, a way of forgetting the price he paid for survival. Next, let's discuss Haymitch's strategic decisions, their impact in his mentorship, particularly in the 74th Hunger Games. Why did Haymitch choose Katniss over Peeta? Haymitch's mentorship is unconventional, often characterized by tough love and harsh truths. He understands the brutality of the games and the sacrifices required to survive. Leading up to the 74th Games, Haymitch appears to favor Peeta, admitting to Katniss that Peeta's charisma and interview skills make him the stronger candidate. Peeta's idea to create a fake romance with Katniss wins over the Capitol audience, a strategy crucial to their survival and success. However, Haymitch's actions during the games suggest a different strategy. Sponsor gifts essential for survival are directed solely towards Katniss. Haymitch later justifies his actions, saying thought Katniss had better odds of winning. He saw Peeta's selflessness and predicted he'd choose Katniss over himself. Unlike Katniss, Haymitch realized that Peeta's love for her was genuine. This reveals Haymitch's calculating nature. He prioritizes victory over personal feelings. However, victory for Haymitch means saving as many lives as possible. In the case of the 74th Hunger Games, his only option was to favor the contestant with the best chance of winning. This strategic approach appears during the 75th Games as well. Moving forward, let's dive deeper into Haymitch's complex relationship with Katniss and explore how his choices impact the overall themes of the Hunger Games series. Haymitch and Katniss. Haymitch's most significant relationship in the series is his mentorship of Katniss Everdeen. Despite their shared love for Peeta and their tendency to push others away, their dynamic is a complex dance of clashing personalities. Peeta serves as a bridge between them, fostering a sense of family. The 75th Hunger Games put immense strain on this bond. Haymitch secretly promised both Katniss and Peeta that he would prioritize saving the other. This manipulative tactic, fueled by a hidden plan with Plutarch Havensby, aimed to use Katniss as a symbol for the rebellion and to ensure her escape. Haymitch's plan had flaws. He kept it entirely secret from Peeta and Katniss, and Peeta's capture by the Capitol threw everything into disarray. When Katniss discovered the truth, it led to a brutal fight and a deep rift that took time to heal. This incident highlights Haymitch's calculating nature. He prioritized the larger rebellion over personal relationships, even at the cost of trust. While his actions stemmed from a desire to save both tributes, The deception deeply hurt them. Despite the initial anger, Haymitch, Katniss, and Peeta eventually reconnect, their bond strengthened through a new understanding of each other's complexities. Themes represented by Haymitch. I believe the lesson Haymitch best represents can be seen in his relationship with Katniss. Despite his reluctance, Haymitch becomes a father figure that Katniss sorely needs in her life. Katniss' real father, remembered as a perfect figure with a beautiful singing voice that even the birds would stop to listen to, taught her essential survival skills like hunting, foraging, swimming, and most importantly, how to survive. However, after his death, Katniss was left with Haymitch Abernathy, a drunken, broken slob. Despite his flaws, Haymitch teaches Katniss valuable lessons such as how to appeal to the Capital audience and how to forge alliances in the arena. Most importantly, he teaches her the value of Peeta, the one person who selflessly loves her. When Peeta is captured and brainwashed by the Capital to murder Katniss, he is eventually rescued by District 13. However, it seems unlikely that he will ever be the same. Katniss pushes Peeta away, even contemplating killing him. It's Haymitch who talks sense into her by asking what she thinks Peeta would do if she were the one who was brainwashed. Katniss knows the answer. Peeta would never give up on her. This simple question cuts through Katniss's despair, reminding her of the bond they share and the person Peeta truly is. Haymitch, with his own troubled past and understanding of loss, guides Katniss towards forgiveness and hope for Peeta's recovery. Ultimately, Haymitch's most important lesson is to hold on to hope. Hope that people can heal, that the world can recover, and the sacrifices that we make today can build a better future. Despite watching his tributes die in the games for decades, Katniss and Peeta reignite a flicker of hope within him. Burdened by trauma and cynicism, Haymitch is willing to fight for the future where children are not sacrificed for entertainment. His journey is a testament to the enduring power of hope, even in the darkest of times. All right, that's all we have for you today. If you like this video, make sure to give us some support by hitting the like button or subscribing. And if there's another subject, character, or franchise you'd like us to cover, let us know in the comments. We enjoy making these videos, and we want to make more things that you're interested in. That's all for today. Bye-bye.